Hi everyone, and welcome to week 17 of the Self-Devotion Project. Last week, as you all know, I was quite unwell with the flu, which is very unusual for me. But alas, I was quite sick, and even today, to be honest, I'm still not feeling 100%. So that's day 9 now that I've been unwell. I've been unwell for 9 days. You might hear that my voice is a little bit croaky. And I did do a post on the reason that I believe emotionally the disease came about. And that was to do with something that I was keeping to myself, something that was very frustrating that I needed to get off my chest with somebody in my life. And I did do that the day before this illness came. So the illness has been mostly a throat kind of an infection. And for me, the throat chakra signifies self-expression, being able to speak your truth. So the fact that I spoke my truth and then ended up with the illness, to me indicates that there is healing in the resolution. So I managed to speak to somebody about something that had been on my mind for quite some time, something that was frustrating me quite a lot, which then gave resolution. And then of course the healing in the resolution was to get the throat cold. So that just gives you a little bit of an idea of how I think about the way that emotions are connected to the physical body. Just a small example there, pertinent to myself. So yeah, it's been quite a long sickness, which again indicates really time for rest and reflection and time for me really. And so last week, week 16 of the Self-Devotion Project, which was self-love, was a good week for that. So it was really about asking myself the question every day, what would I do if I love myself, or what would somebody who loves themselves do? So whenever I was faced with a decision, might have been what to eat, whether to rest or not, whether to keep some sort of engagement or reschedule. So the question I always put to myself last week was, what would someone who loves themselves do? And I found that it was really, really helpful. And there were times where I knew that had I not asked that question, I may have chosen something different that wasn't serving my needs in the best possible way. So I really, really love that tool. I mentioned in the last video that I learned that from Teal Swan, who's a spiritual healer and advisor like myself. She's quite well known now, and I really look up to her. So that's one of her tools, and I tell you what, I really, really think it's helpful and beneficial, and it's something that I'm going to keep using. So that was week 16. We all know that self-love's important, not always easy. And that's why tools like the one that I've talked about can be useful for us in order to keep on top of it and make sure that we are loving ourselves in every way that we can. So given that I'm not well, my voice isn't that good, I'm going to continue. Week 17 is, well, I wasn't sure what it was going to be. I do have a list of about 30 different things over the 30-week project, and every Monday I kind of think, okay, what's today going to be? And I sort of just come up with whatever feels right, I suppose. But today I was playing with some cards, Chris Carr's Crazy Sexy Love Notes. I love them. I think they're just beautiful, beautiful artwork and beautiful meanings to the cards. And I actually picked this card, which is Notice the Blessings. And I'll read to you what it says. Gratitude puts us in a position of having instead of wanting, thanking rather than complaining. When we focus on what we already have and take stock of our blessings, we get more blessings. What are you grateful for? Share it with yourself and others. So I decided that week 17 is going to be gratitude. I think gratitude is so important, and it's a practice that I already have in my life on a daily basis. So every night as my head hits the pillow and I'm, dozing off to sleep, I always run through what I'm grateful for. Sometimes I'll thank, spirit guides, archangels, God, I'll thank them for all the blessings in my life. I'll thank them for things that may have not even appeared yet in my life. For example, certain healing. I might say, thank you for your healing, or thank you for this healing. Because I think that if you put yourself in the vibration with what it is that you want, then you're more likely to get that to attract. You're more likely to attract it into your life and see it manifest in your life. So I do that every night before I go to sleep. I think this week, being that it's going to be gratitude week, I'm going to invest in gratitude more than just once a day. For some people, they carry a token with them. So I've heard about people carrying little stones or rocks. For me, I'm thinking perhaps a small crystal. I might carry that with me. You can carry it in your bra if you want to, or you can put it in your pocket or in your bag, or something that's sort of near you all the time that's going to remind you. So yeah, really the token works as a reminder. So every time you see it or feel it or touch it, it gives you that reminder to just stop for a few minutes and think about the things in your life that you're grateful for. I think that when we do this, not only is it a task of mindfulness because it's getting you to really stop and be in the present moment in order to then think about the things that you're grateful for. I think it's also a great tool to put us in a state of positivity, because when you're focusing on the things that you do feel grateful for and the things that you really appreciate about your life and that you like about your life, I think if you're thinking about those things, you're putting yourself in a better frame of mind. You're allowing yourself to be in a better mood, I suppose, because you're focusing on the things that are really great rather than all the things that you don't like, that you don't want, and so on and so forth. And I think the third reason that gratitude is wonderful is because I really do believe in the law of attraction. And then if we're focusing on the things that we do want in our lives and the things that we really appreciate and that we're grateful for already having, that you're just going to invite more of those things to manifest in your life. You know, whereas if we focus on all the things that we don't want, all the things that we don't like, all the things that we wish were different, we're just going to get more of that. And I'm sure you've seen that in your lives. I certainly have in mine. So yes, gratitude. Such an important tool, something that I just wish everyone knew about and everybody could incorporate in their lives every day, because I know it's certainly made a difference in my life since I started doing it every night. And I think this week's going to be cool just to see what it's like when I incorporate it even more, like throughout the day. I'm going to do it in the mornings as well now when I wake up, and throughout the day whenever I see or feel my crystal token, I'm going to stop for a couple of minutes and just really concentrate on all those wonderful things in my life. And I think it's come at a good time to gratitude this week, because given that I've been unwell, you know, I've had a few moments where I've kind of gone, this sucks, you know, it's been 9 days, I'm still sick, you know, I'm so behind on my work because I've literally not really done much of anything because I've been bedridden for a lot of the time. So yeah, it's a good reminder that yes, I'm sick, yes, things aren't great right now, but let's take the focus away from that. And let's focus on all the wonderful good things. And you know what? I believe my healing will probably start to speed up in doing that. So let's see how that goes. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. My voice is croaky. I love you all very, very much. Thank you so much for sticking with me this whole time. 17 weeks now. I hope that these videos have served you. And I wish you a beautiful, wonderful, very, very happy, vibrant week. You deserve it. And I will see you all next week. Much love and light-filled blessings.